All right, so the first video on the Mini Cooper, besides the short clip, and it's definitely morning. It's cold. I'm gonna get this heater cranked up, and this is gonna come next. I'm gonna end up, doing some cleaning on the engine bay. But first, I want to get this engine and transmission separated, and I want to see why, because this thing ran, but it didn't move. I want to see, was it the clutch, or is it a deeper problem with the transmission? So we have the engine semi sitting on the bigger dolly cart. I've got the smaller one for the trans. But I'm going to show you where I hooked up to snatch this out. And it's got that eyelet right there on the trans. Then if you come around here, I use that first bolt hole for that, engine mount bracket. And that's where I snatched it from. To me, that seemed like the safest, and the chains, it cleared everything from hitting any of the sensoring, the wiring, and it worked out good. Big wire off. Get the big wire and the exciter off, and we'll zip tie them together so we know where they go. So that's our main power and our exciter. So when we turn the key, it's gonna energize this solenoid, send power through to the electric starter motor. Okay, so we got our wire zip tied. One's coming from the alternator, the other one's gonna come up to here, and that's where it hooks into your little black battery box that connects to the side of the filter box. And I'm just going through, starting to unhook everything, because I have to use this harness on the other engine because it looked like it's all cut up from where they quick removed it from the car. But inspect your wiring when you're doing this, because look at that right there. So I'm gonna have to peel this loom back, check the wires, because that could be a problem down the road and save you the trouble of a potential breakdown or digging back into this instead of enjoying it. Inspect it while you're there. I'm gonna get the last bolt off the starter, get the wiring out of the way so we can get this transmission off. All right, so instantly, as soon as I pull the starter out, this thing is full of dust in there. So, looks like definitely clutch material. Trying to zoom in, I got this, using my phone, it's on a tripod. But look at that buildup of that material from that clutch. All right, I'll keep chipping away, get this harness out of the way, and start taking the bell housing bolts off. I'll probably do that bottom one right there real quick since I'm here. And the story on this car was, the guy had it, he bought it, had it less than a year, but on the title, it was in his name for well over a year. He said the guy that he got it from was a mini mechanic, and they narrowed it down to the clutch. Now, it looks like, just by going off everything, how loose some of the stuff is and stuff that's missing or whatnot, somebody was in here for sure to inspect this. These transmissions are inexpensive. Why not just swing another transmission in it? The engine seemed like it ran fine. minus some oil leaks and stuff, which we don't like those. We like to keep that in the engine. But other than that, the car, the body and everything, it's mint, it's clean. Besides needing some good detailing, it's worth saving. So definitely can't wait to rip it. I'm gonna finish getting this harness disconnected and keep going. One thing I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna take off this transmission mount because it's gonna give me a straight run to the bolts that are underneath all that ball. But yeah, this thing's got missing bolts in it. At least they did put these in diagonal. So that kind of helped out. Get that buzzed off and get the last remaining 4 bolts out. Just gonna go ahead and get this wiring for the alternator out of the way. That's another thing. If you order an engine offline, read the details. Read the mileage. Hopefully they're being honest about the mileage. But that, it would tell you in the description what all it comes with. And all that. So. Can't tell if that's a locking clip. I think I got 1 bolt left. Hopefully, nothing's attached. Oh, that's a strong magnet. Alright, looks like I'm going to need a shallow socket. It'd fit in there better than a deep. Well, let's get at it. That should be a 16, I believe. Lying to myself. 15. Alright, just so you don't bite the bullet too damn quick and get it off the engine hoist. There's little pry points right there. I got the other side freed up. Alright, transmission's free. Come on, baby. Tongue on something, huh? Feels like it's up top, and it is. Trying to cut corners. It looks like you got to take the thermostat housing off. Let me buzz that off real quick. It's my first time working on one of these, so looks like the shortcuts ain't too much of a shortcut. See if that cleared enough space. Oh yeah. We're gaining. Cool. Now I can move these around, get it out of the way, and have more room to work. Transmission, it spins. And wow, What the heck? Let me bring you in here. This transmission, or the clutch, that looks freaking brand new almost. Let's get this off and inspect a little deeper. I want to see if they put the clutch disc in the right way. Because if you put it in the wrong way, yeah, it ain't gonna work. Because one side's the flywheel side, the other side's the pressure plate side. Let's get this bolt unbolted. Oh, my body don't flex like that no more. It sucks getting older. Yeah, this has been changed because, to my understanding, I'm not an expert on these yet, but it has an E head on the pressure plate bolts. These are not. These are aftermarket, maybe ARP. All right, last bolt. All that clutch dust. Wow. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. There's nothing left. It was installed correctly. That says flywheel side. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, flywheel side. And yeah, man, that is too clean. And it is cracked from the heat, wavy. Where's my light at? Let's get some light on this. I'll bring you in for a closer view. But the dude was right. It needed the clutch. Look at that. Simple fix, man. They let it sit for all that time, over a year. And who knows how long before that. But man, that thing got hot. Look at that, blue and purple. There's nothing left. You know, at least all this seems like it still moves. And open differential. You see that cross pin in there? That's how you know if it's an open diff. All right, well, that's cool. It makes me feel a little better. Hopefully, I'll have me a spare transmission that I can, you know, clean up, put on the side for a good, nice rainy day. Who knows? Maybe I'll get my kid one of these and we could build it. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully, everything else on this car is good to go as far as all the electronics after we get the newer used engine swapped in it with the transmission. I want to order a clutch and maybe a flywheel for the engine that I'm going to put in here, because what if it's the same instance and I do all this work, go to put it in reverse to back it out of the garage and it don't move like this, and you know, this instance. So I think that'd probably be the smarter route. I'm gonna look and shop and see how much what's what, and yeah, go from there. So we diagnosed it, and next, whatever sensors are here in the engine bay, I'm gonna cover up with some plastic and stuff, get some Dawn dish soap and some warm water in a bucket, and I'm gonna clean up this whole engine bay. Because if you look at my other channel, Prelude Dude, you know, my Hondas that I would build and stuff, I would fix them up, do the same thing, and make them look presentable, you know, not clapped. So that's what I want to do. I like this car. It's sexy to me, and can't wait. Catch you guys on the next one.